What's up YouTube, Silver Baggins here. In this video, I'm talking about why now is the time to buy silver. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. I sincerely appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing because I got a lot of really awesome silver related content coming out. And if you are one of my current subscribers, this video is all about why you should be buying silver, the power of silver, why now is the time to buy. So if you could please share this video on social media, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, and let's get the word out there to people who don't know about silver and its power. Get that word out to as many people as we can. So I just recently picked up a tube of American Silver Eagles. I bought 2015s. It was actually random date, but all they sent me was 2015s. So we're going to be showing some American Silver Eagles in this video. This is what I'm buying. I'm stacking them hard. I'm stacking them fast. I'm stacking them as fast as I can without going into debt. And I'm also stacking them without spending any of the money I get from my normal paychecks. So I'm buying these with money I get from other stuff, selling things on Craigslist, taking pop cans and returning them in for their deposit. That's actually how I started stacking. So if you don't stack silver and if you say, you know, I don't have any money to put into silver, anyone can have money to put into silver. You just need to be smart with your money and make good decisions. But also you got to get a little creative sometimes. But this video is all about why you should be stacking silver, why now is the time to buy. So if you don't know, silver, the price of an ounce of silver right now is hovering right around $15 to $15.50, which is ridiculously low. So historically, we have seen the spot price of silver go up to almost $50 twice in the last 30 years. So just in relation to that, it's extremely low. But also just generally speaking, people who stack silver and buy silver, we think of anything as under $20 to be a good deal for an ounce of silver. Okay, so that's what a lot of people sort of know as the price. And right now at $15.50, that's extremely cheap. So that's one reason why I think you should be buying silver right now. But also for more important reasons than just the price, silver is a great way to have money and have it outside of what the general public views as money, what the government views as money, okay? So if you went and asked the average person, what is money? They would tell you it's probably whatever the currency that they have. If they have dollars or if they have the euro, whatever it is, they would say that's money. And, you know, probably most people would agree with that. If you're in the precious metals community, you would probably think of that as fiat currency, which is just backed by either the government, usually not backed by silver, gold, or anything tangible. We think of that more as an idea of money, not actual money, okay? Silver and gold, precious metals, have been viewed at as money for thousands and thousands of years. And these do say $1 on them because they're backed by the United States of America. But we all know that this is worth much more than $1 because it has intrinsic value. It is silver. This is 1 ounce of silver, and it is viewed at as, well, basically the price of what silver spot is. But these are American Silver Eagles, so they're valued above the spot price of silver. Usually these are bought and sold for a few dollar premium above silver spot price. Which I'm happy to pay that premium because I know when I go and sell these, I will get my premium back, at least some of it. So they do hold their value extremely well. That's why I love stacking American Silver Eagles. That's what I'm buying right now. And yeah, that's my stacking goal. In fact, I'm doing really good on my goal for this year. But anyway, let's talk about why it's scary to have all of your money in your nation or country's currency. So first off, it's in the news, it seems like all the time, but Brexit, okay? Brexit is coming up. And if you don't know what that is, that's basically the withdrawal of the United Kingdom from the European Union. And I'm not going to get into all the politics of it and what could happen with money and currency, but if you do have a lot of your money tied up in the euro or really any European currencies, you could see some changes in the buying power of that money. No one knows what the future holds, okay? So it's smart to have money and wealth outside of that to make sure that you will be able to continue on living the life you have. Now, let's talk about another thing that happened fairly recently over the last few years, and that is the currency in Venezuela. So Venezuela, their currency got devalued because of hyperinflation. The country basically kept on printing more and more money in, or more bills in larger and larger denominations, and whatever money that the people did have pretty much went to zero. So basically what that means is, let's say someone had $10 in Venezuelan currency, and that was able to buy them, let's just say, a hamburger. And the country went ahead and they just kept on printing more and more money, and it kept on devaluing their dollar more and more and more. And eventually that $10 didn't have the purchasing power that it did, and it went down to pretty much 10 cents and then even lower and lower and lower. So by the end of the whole scenario, you really needed like $100,000 or something crazy to buy a hamburger, okay? So if you had a lot of money stored in that currency, it went down so dramatically that it basically became worthless, which is very, very scary. But if those people had money in silver and precious metals, they would have been able to survive that and move forward, still buy food and everything. And so that's just one example of why it's extremely important to have money in silver. Now, let me talk really briefly about why I think you should be having your money in silver over gold right now, because I know a lot of people, they hear me talk about buying silver, why I think it's great to buy silver, and they sort of think, well, why am I buying silver when I could just be buying gold? Gold is also a precious metal. It's valued beyond just its metal content, which I would agree. But the main thing with gold is it's, in my opinion, very either well valued or overvalued compared to silver. I think silver is very undervalued right now. One thing you can look at when you're thinking about buying gold or silver is you can look at the gold to silver ratio. And I have talked about the gold to silver ratio in the past in other videos. And that essentially is, what is an ounce of gold compared to an ounce of silver? So how many ounces of silver would you need to buy 1 ounce of gold? And right now the ratio is right around 85. So you need 85 ounces of silver at spot price to buy 1 ounce of gold at spot price. And we have seen the ratio in the past be much tighter than that. So we've seen the ratio go down into the 30s, and usually that happens when the price of gold and silver goes up, the ratio will tighten. So right now, if you bought 85 ounces of silver, then in theory, you could trade them at spot price for an ounce of gold, right? If you were buying and selling at spot. But if you wait in the future till the ratio tightens again, hopefully back into the 50s, which would be really great. But if it did tighten again into the 30s, then you could almost buy 3 times as much gold with that same amount of silver. So if you had 90 ounces of silver and the ratio was 30-1, then you could buy 3 ounces of gold, as opposed to the 1 and just a little bit more ounce of gold right now. So that's basically what the ratio of gold to silver is, and sort of how you can pick which one you would like to buy. I'm buying silver, not entirely based on the ratio. I think silver in general is very undervalued because it is a commodity and used in industry. Silver is in computers, it is in solar panels, it is in your cell phone. They use it for medical supplies. So I'm not going to talk about all the uses of silver, but most of the silver that is mined in the world goes to China, and it is eaten up in industry. So however you're watching this video, if you're watching it on a cell phone or a computer, likely there is silver in that product. Just because silver is such a great conductor of electricity, and it is fairly cheap at the moment, they use it for that a lot. So that's why I'm buying silver. And I did sort of mention why I'm buying American Silver Eagles, but I'm buying them for their recognizability, for the fact that I can get a premium back when I sell them. So if you're going to want to buy silver, you need to figure out what kind of silver you want to buy, because there's so many different kinds of silver that you can buy. You can buy generic silver rounds, you can buy silver bars, you can buy silver coins, which these are silver coins, but you could also just buy silver statues or figurines or sterling silver, or the list goes on and on and on. And I actually did have a really good video on the top 10 types of silver to buy, and that was part of my Silver Stacking 101 series that I did. I did 5 videos on basically everything that you need to know about silver stacking. So if you're a new silver stacker, I highly suggest you checking out that series so you can get all that information. We covered how to handle silver, how to store silver, where to buy your silver. We also covered how to sell your silver when the time comes, which I think is a really good and powerful video, because a lot of people don't really know where or how to sell silver. And so, you know, knowing how to sell silver also is great for knowing what silver you should be buying. So that is also another good reason why I would suggest watching that whole series. If you haven't seen it yet, I will put a card up here in the corner so you can go check that series out for yourself. But this video was all about buying silver and why I think you should be buying it right now. Like I said, I'm buying silver. I'm stacking it hard. I'm stacking it as fast as I can, but I'm not going into debt to buy my silver. And really anyone can buy silver. When I started silver stacking, I was literally only buying silver with the money that I got from recycling cans. I would go collect cans, and once I got $16 or $17, I would go buy an ounce of silver. So that's how I started with my stacking. But anyway, that being said, anyone can buy silver, anyone can afford it. And I'm working on my silver stack right now. I'm working on my monster box of American Silver Eagles. As you can see, I'm making a very good dent in it. And I'll show you one more here. This is a beautiful toner before we wrap up this video. So I just want to say thank you everyone so much for watching the video. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you all in my next one. Silver Baggins out.